Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any video from my channel.
Yo! Welcome to LCameraTV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget to turn your notifications on. I never want you guys to miss a video. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to turn your notifications on so you can watch all our videos. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what it is. So, guys, I was doing a top 5 reason defense will be top 5 and won't be top 5. And I did top 5 reasons offense will be top 5. And now I'm doing a top 5 reasons the offense will not be top 5. There's a good amount of reasons. It's just pretty compelling reasons. But, you know, we definitely got to get into that. This is going to be, like I said, a bit longer video because there's so much stuff to cover. But bear with me. You know, I think I make pretty good arguments. And we got a lot to talk about, so let's get started. First reason our offense won't be a top 5 offense is if Cam Newton doesn't buy into the offense, man. Now, we seen last year Mike Shula wanted, and everybody wanted Cam Newton to run less because of his injuries and all that mess. And they did it for the beginning of the season, whatever. And then after a while, and teams started getting in trouble, and Cam was like, screw this, I'm going to start running again. And they've been trying to get Cam Newton to run less for a while now. But it's never really taken. Norv Turner's definitely said something about him running less also. So if Cam Newton and Norv Turner bump heads, you know what I'm saying, that aspect, then I don't think our offense will be a top 5 offense because it won't be real conducive. I mean, you got to have a good relationship, you know, quarterback to coordinator relationship for that offense to flourish. And, you know, I know Norv Turner wants him to be a better passer in the pocket. He wants him to have a higher percentage of completions. He wants him to know that, you know, it's not just him. You know, he can check down. He can realize that checking down is okay and all that stuff. And Cam was trying to do that last year, but when the going got tough, you know what I'm saying, when Cam reverted back to what he usually does, and that's take off running. So, you know, if Cam Newton doesn't really buy into the new system and they have an issue, I don't see our offense being top 5 because at the end of the day, man, the offense goes as the quarterback goes. If the quarterback, you know, and the coordinator are not seeing eye to eye, or the offense, the quarterback's constantly changing the offense and everything like that, whatever, it could be detrimental. Just look at Pittsburgh Steelers and Todd Haley. Ben Roethlisberger didn't really like Todd Haley. Todd Haley was, you know, Todd Haley wasn't doing a bad job too because Ben Roethlisberger was throwing a lot of passes and getting a lot of touchdowns and stuff like that. But since Big Ben didn't like Todd Haley, guess what happened? Todd Haley's out of there. So, you know, that really matters, especially because Norv Turner and Ron Rivera are, you know, friends, and Cam Newton is the quarterback. If they don't get along, and obviously Scott Turner is Cam Newton's quarterback coach, if they don't get along, whatever, that will mess up the whole offense, and that'll be one of the main reasons why our offense isn't top 5. The second reason our offense won't be a top 5 offense is if the offensive line struggles, man. And this one is way more likely. Obviously, you know, Matt Kalil last year was a turnstile. But he said he was injured. He said that, you know, he's feeling better this year. If he does not live up to the billing or the contract that we gave him, we're going to be in some trouble. Especially now because his safety net on the right side of him was Andrew Norwell. Andrew Norwell was all-pro left guard. He really held out Matt Kalil, you know, anytime, like, they'll try to go inside. You know, so all the guys was like speed rushing around Matt Kalil. They couldn't really go inside because Andrew Norwell was helping him a lot. Now that Andrew Norwell's gone, you know, like you said, we have to run out on Taylor Moton, who's a second year guy, or Amini Salatolu, who I think is not that good. This is like his second stint in Carolina, or like a Jeremiah Sorellis, who, you know, we don't know what he's gonna produce. So the left side is definitely vulnerable, and then obviously Ryan Kalil had some injuries in the last few years too. If he gets injured, then, you know, a lot of things can impact us, you know, negatively. So if the offensive line struggles at all, that could really affect our offense, and I don't think our offense will be top 5 if that happens. Because at the end of the day, man, Cam could be, you know, trying to stay in the pocket, increase his completion percentage, do checkdowns and all that stuff. But if the offensive line is not staying hold in front of them, they're not, you know, giving them time in the pocket, that stuff's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. And then Cam's going to revert to running because he's going to want to keep a play alive. You know what I'm saying? That's what Cam Newton does. He keeps the plays alive. So, you know, if our offensive line struggles, you know, I don't see us having a top 5 offense. Hopefully not. But like I said, we're putting our faith in Matt Kalil and, you know, Taylor Moton, who's a second-year player, and, you know, Ryan Kalil staying healthy, which the last few years he hasn't been able to do. I mean, the right side is good, man, but also we also got to worry about injuries, man. Hopefully not, but injuries do happen, you know what I'm saying? Ryan Kalil constantly gets injured, whatever, was constantly getting injured the last few years, last 2-3 years. But if we get like if Darrell Williams go down, that's gonna be a big blow for us because we won't really have nobody to supplement him. If you know, Trey Turner goes down, that'll be a big blow. So if the offensive line struggles at all, you know what I'm saying, we ain't gonna have a top 5 offense. So the third reason why we won't have a dominant a top 5 offense is because, you know, Cam Newton cannot lead our team in rushing yards anymore. All right, last year Cam Newton, obviously, they were trying to protect him with his shoulder, and he still ended up averaging more rushing yards than Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Stewart, which is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like our offense has always been predicated on a dominant run game. That's how Ron Rivera likes it. That's how, you know what I'm saying, Norv Turner likes it. You want run game, defense, and then play action passes. That's how their offenses work. You know, that's what Norv Turner is looking to do. You know, he doesn't mind check down, but he's like a vertical guy, whatever. He likes, you know, vertical plays, deep plays down the field, and a dominant running game, man. You know, that's what he likes. That's what Ron Rivera likes. I think that's why they kind of melded and their mindsets were the same. So if Cam Newton's leading our team in rushing like he did last year, that is not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Last year, Jonathan Stewart averaged like 3.3 yards a carry. I think Christian McCaffrey averaged like 3.6 to 3.8. I'm not completely sure on which one. But it wasn't what we needed, man. They weren't getting a lot of yards, you know, when they got the ball. That's why Jonathan Stewart got cut. That's why we got C.J. Anderson, because he's like a younger version of Jonathan Stewart, in my opinion. He's a bigger back. I think he's a little bit faster than Jonathan Stewart too, but he's a bigger back. You know, he has that power that Jonathan Stewart had in the past, but he's a little bit faster and he's a little bit younger. So I think that's the situation with that. As far as the Christian McCaffrey goes, you know what I'm saying, I think Christian McCaffrey could be good. I think he needs a really good run protection, because Christian McCaffrey, he's not one to like break a lot of tackles, especially, you know, around the line of scrimmage. What he needs is a crease that he can hit, and then he'll show you his real talent, which is his speed, his breakaway ability, you know, his shiftiness. Like that's what he excels at. You know, as far as the breaking tackles and all that stuff, I don't really think that's what he excels at all. You know, that's not really his game. And if you look at, you know, when he was in Stanford, that's what they did. He'll find a hole or a crease or something like that, whatever. He'll hit the hole, and then he'll get all those yardage. Whereas in Carolina last year, we weren't that good in run protection, man. Like they showed stats on it, man. They have a whole video named like Whack Panthers, where they basically break down why our offense, you know, line was not run protecting well, and how could we change that, whatever, to get Christian McCaffrey, you know, and just the run game, you know, going better. So obviously our run game needs to be, you know, way better than it was last year. Cam Newton, like I said, cannot be leading our team in rushing at all, you know, because at the end of the day, he's a quarterback, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cam Newton's rushing yards are definitely good, and I don't think they're going to stop anytime soon. But leading the team in rushing is a no-no, man. I don't see us having a top 5 offense if he has to do that. You know what I'm saying? So we need our dominant run game back. We need, you know what I'm saying, our smash and dash back. You know, obviously, this is smash and dash 2.0 if you want to look at it that way. But we need, you know, our dominant run game back. If we do not have that, I don't see us having a top 5 offense. The fourth reason we would not have a top 5 offense is if Greg Olson and Ryan Kalil lost a step, man. Now, Ryan Kalil and Greg Olson are arguably it's pretty cemented that they're the two best offensive players we have besides, you know, Cam Newton. Ryan Kalil has been our center for years. He's been multiple Pro Bowler, you know, but recently he's been injured, and if he lost a step, that would really hurt us, obviously, because the middle of our line would be weakened. Like I said, I like Tyler Larson, but he's not Ryan Kalil. And Ryan Kalil is very helpful to Cam Newton as far as his presence and also his play calling. Cam Newton said himself, man, he said, there's something about having Ryan Kalil in the line, whatever, at center, you know what I'm saying, help him with the calls, you know, instructing the line, getting the line together. That's all stuff Tyler Larson can't do, you know what I'm saying? So Ryan Kalil losing a step would not be beneficial for us at all, and will really hurt us, especially with, you know, these teams, you know, having good D tackles, like, you know, obviously the Buccaneers with Jerry McCoy, you know, obviously the Rams with Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald. You know what I'm saying? That middle of the line matters now. Everybody's beefing up that middle of the line. If he's not up to par, especially if him and the left guard, let's say Taylor Moton's not playing the way I think he will, then we really are a problem, because that's the center and the left guard, which would guard both the tackles, and you can say right guard a little bit too. But we really need him to, you know, play well, even though this is his last year. You know what I'm saying? He's going to retire after this year. We still need him to play well. Hopefully Father Time hasn't gotten to him too badly. And Greg Olson, obviously, is Cam Newton's safety net. Greg Olson has been Cam Newton's safety net for a few years now. Cam trusts Greg Olson, you know, with all the tough catches and the 50-50 balls, because Greg comes up with them, man. Greg is reliable. He makes things happen, man, and that's just how Greg is. That's how he's always been, you know. And he knows the offense really well, and he also helps Cam out with the offense. If Greg lost a step, he's you know, slower now, or, you know, if he gets injured again, which I'm hoping he doesn't, or any of that stuff happens, that really is a big blow for our offense, especially because he's a very good blocker too. So if Greg Olson or Ryan Kalil, or both, you know, take a step back, then that really hurts our offense, and I don't see us being top 5. Especially with Chris Manhurst, you know, injured for the start of training camp. Ian Thomas, I don't see him. I mean, I can see him as a good, you know, route runner, but not route runner, but a catching tight end. But as far as blocking, there's no way. And Tyler Larson, like I said, I think he could be a good blocking center, but as far as the play calling, as far as the, you know, controlling the line, all that stuff like that, I don't see him doing that well. So we definitely need these two veterans to still be, you know, able to play, man. You know, be dominant, still be, you know what I'm saying, at top shape. Because, you know, like I said, Ryan Kalil, we want to send him off on a positive note, and Greg, we just gave him an extension because he's Greg. You know what I'm saying? He's been dominant all this time, so hopefully they didn't take a step back. The last reason, which is the 5th reason our offense will not be a top 5 offense, is, you know, the opposite of the last reason on the last video. The last video I said, you know, we have a better receiving core, and I do think we have a better receiving core. But they do lack experience and continuity. Now, mind you, we only got, you know, 2 older really receivers on our team, in Torrey Smith and Demir Bird. And the only one who won a championship is Torrey Smith. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of, you know, lack of experience. We have a lot of young players, young receivers, you know what I'm saying, which could really hurt us in crunch time, in playoff situations or late game situations. For instance, like the Saints game where Kalil Clay dropped a touchdown pass and Devin Funchess dropped a touchdown pass. That is late game situations that if you had a Steve Smith, I think he would have came up with that pass. If you had a, you know, a veteran receiver that's been, you know, like a Larry Fitzgerald, who everybody counts out, but he still, you know, when they need him, he always shows up. So, you know, we definitely have a lack of experience in that department, which could be detrimental. You know, obviously Atlanta, they did get Calvin Ridley, but they have Julio Jones and they have Mohamed Sanu, who both have experience in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? And so that's definitely a positive thing for them. For us, we don't have that experience like that, so it might hurt us in late game situations, like I said, in the playoffs. And also, we don't have that continuity, man, you know what I'm saying? The receiving core and just in general, you know, when you play with a player for a long time, you kind of, you know, y'all kind of understand each other, y'all kind of meld, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you can build a bond. Now, Devin Funchess had a bond with Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin get traded. Cam Newton had a bond with you know, Kelvin Benjamin. He got traded, like I said. And then also Cam Newton and the receivers' chemistry and continuity, that has to be worked on also, because, again, you know, he got a bunch of new receivers. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Torrey Smith is new. Jarris Wright is new. You know, we got DJ Moore, who's new. I mean, don't get me wrong, Curtis Samuel, Demir Bird, and Devin Funchess are receivers he's been had. But, again, they haven't been there that long, and you have to work on their continuity. You have to work on their, you know, timing, precision, you know, route running, all that stuff. So, if, you know, that's one of the biggest things for us is that, you know, their experience and their continuity. Hopefully they can work on that. But if they can't, and it might nip us in the bud and really hurt us in the long run, especially in late game situations like last year where Kalil Clay dropping a touchdown pass in the end zone. So, hopefully, you know, they grow up quick, and it happens. You know, there's times young receivers, you know, don't need, you know, a lot of experience to, you know, make big game catches and stuff like that, whatever. But in this case, we'll see what happens. You know, but sometimes the light's too bright for you know, younger players, and they mess up. So if that experience hurts them, man, then we can't be a top 5 offense like that. Well, that's it for me, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share all cool things like Facebook and Reddit and Instagram and wherever else. And guys, don't forget to turn your notifications on. You know what I'm saying? I never want y'all to miss a video. Get in the comment section, man. How you feel about my top 5 reasons that we won't have a top 5 offense? Let me know in the comment section, man. I think the reasons are pretty good, man. Especially, you know, obviously the O-line struggles is definitely a big one. There's a few other ones. So get in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about that. LCameraTV merchandise, shirts, hats, mugs, all types of stuff, whatever. That link is in the description below. The Patreon page, that link is also in the description below. Support me, support the channel. You know what I'm saying? Like Spoken Reason says, pour on to me, pour on to you. I already know, you know what I'm saying? Support the channel, you already know. Check out my dog Renard Stevens video. That's going to be in the end screen at the end of the video. Check him out. Funny dude. Real dope guy. You know what I'm saying? I see you guys trickling over. Keep the trickle going. You feel me? We're going to work together and, more videos. We just haven't been doing it right now. Both been busy. But definitely got to work together again. So check his videos out. Share with all your Panther family, friends, all NFL friends, fans, all that stuff. Share with everybody. Let everybody know what it is. Let them know LCameraTV is rocking with Panther Nation, rocking with the Panthers. You already know what it is. And, thank y'all for all the support. Share, we share all cool things. Share with all your Panther family, friends, and all that stuff like that, whatever. I'm pushing towards 1,000. I'm getting there, man. Hopefully y'all can help me get there, whatever. And I'm thinking about live streaming when I hit 1,000, man. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know what y'all think about that. You know what I'm saying? I might do a live stream thing, whatever, when I hit 1,000, man. But we'll see. So thank y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.